Hey guys, now this is not a normal video because, yeah, I'm going to be talking about some stuff that people need to know. Now, I know a lot of people in the world don't believe in God, and I get that. Um, but the thing is, though, is that yeah, things are going to get pretty bad in America in the near future, possibly. I don't know for sure, but so I'm not going to go tooting my horn saying that the end of the world is coming or anything like that. But something is definitely going to happen, um, and a lot of it is because the fact that our nation has turned its back on God. Unfortunately, our nation would rather worship pagan gods like Baal and Ashura and um, gods of other nations. You know, and a lot of people don't understand this. This is actually why abortion is so evil. It's actually because the fact that it is connected to Baal worship, which is very evil. It's actually something that the Jewish people were doing, a long, long time ago, and God would get very, very angry with them all the time because they were constantly sacrificing their children to Baal. And and before you go saying, "Oh, you're talking a bunch of nonsense," there's actually a temple of Baal in the United States. Matter of fact, our a lot of our American come on, a lot of our American I can't think what they're called now. Son of a Oh, that's right. The Novel Office, I think it was, because it's got the big pillars on the front of it. Uh, Washington Monument. Because again, it's got the big pillars and shit. Um, and again, the Temple of Baal also looked like that. Um, yep. Plus, another thing that's kind of creepy is all of the COVID deaths in New York. All of them match up with all of the unborn babies who have died in New York. So the number of abortions is also the same number of all of the people who have died to COVID. Some people would say that's coincidence. I do not think so. I don't think that's coincidence at all. Okay, what the hell is wrong with this rat? This rat must be suicidal because it really, really wanted to die. But anyway, but yeah, so there's just a lot of stuff happening, and people need to wake up. They really do. Um, I mean, because God will strike America. All right. I mean, he's given America lots and lots of warnings. He's I mean, There's a lot of people trying to get people to see, you know, the evil that is happening in our nation, and our people are ignoring it. People are saying there's nothing wrong with abortion or being gay or any of that stuff, and that's not true. It's not true. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's not. I mean, because I mean, God in the Bible, I mean, He wiped out a lot of nations because they were living in wicked ways. Men having sex with men, women having sex with women, prostitution, murder, rape, theft. You know, um, because the thing is, when you start saying that things that God says are evil are good, then that's when you have God against you. And right now we have God against our nation. And I'm sorry, but God versus our nation, God's gonna win. And the thing is, a lot of people think of, you know, uh, when God goes against the nation, that God Himself is literally going to fight. But that's not necessarily the case. Because what's going to happen is that He's going to use another nation to wipe us out. Now, I'm not sure what nation it's going to be. Some say it'll be Russia. I doubt it. Some believe it'll be China, which again, that's a possibility. But again, I'm just not sure. All I know is that somebody out there is going to destroy us. That's going to happen. Now I know a lot of people are probably thinking, no, it's not possible. But I'm going to tell you the scary, scary truth. It would only take about maybe 3 nuclear bombs to completely destroy the United States. It would only take three, and most of the United States would be wiped out. Now, granted, I don't think anyone's going to use nukes because the fact that they can't use the land for a very, very long time, since the radiation levels will be very, very high. So they probably won't do that. But they do have other things that they can use. You know, and yeah, it's just. And the thing is, even if the wars that I'm talking about never happen, there's still going to be something big that's going to happen. And people need to wake up regardless. And I know a lot of Christians say this, right? That, oh, Jesus is coming back soon. But you know what? He is coming back soon. Now, granted, I'm not going to be like one of those guys that they give you an exact day and time, because no man knows the hour. But I know it's going to be soon. And we need to be ready. And the thing is, if I'm right, it's going to be a lot sooner than people think. Um, a lot sooner. So if you're a non-believer and you're thinking about maybe becoming a Christian, stop thinking about it and do it. Because you don't have a whole lot of time to be thinking about it or waiting for the right time, because there is no right time except for right now. And the thing is, I'm not trying to force people to believe in God. If you don't want to believe in God, it's fine, don't. But the thing is that you can't blame anybody but yourself if you end up going to hell when you die. Because you can't blame God, because it's not God's fault. God gave you every opportunity to follow Him, and you didn't. So if you end up in hell for eternity, that is your fault. That is on you. And but the thing is, though, is that we are definitely living in the last days. I mean, there's a lot of Bible prophecy coming true. You know, and the thing is, I know a lot of people hate Trump, but I believe that Trump was sent by God, to try and set people right, try to get people to change. Now, granted, I don't know if Trump is a Christian or not. I don't know, but I do know that God uses people, and I think that God was trying to use Trump, but people, you know, they didn't want to follow Trump. They would rather follow, the 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 Democrats is what I'm going to call them, because everything they stand for, God's against. And that is why I mainly fall on the Republican side, even though I wouldn't really call myself a Republican, because I don't really like either party, because both of them have evil, so neither party is good. But I'd rather vote for the Republicans, knowing that, for one, they're against abortion. Most of them are against gay marriage. Most of them are against, um, pretty much everything. Everything God is against, they're against. You know, um, and that is why I mainly side with them. Now, the whole reason why the whole gay thing, and again, this is not me attacking gays. Okay, I love people who are gay. They're great people. It's just their lifestyle, right? I mean, for one, if God intended, for two men to be able to actually love and be fruitful and all that stuff, He would have made it to where two men, can actually make a family, right? But He didn't do that, because that's not how God created humans. God intended it to be man and woman, not woman and woman or man and man. It's not Adam and Steve, okay? I mean, it's Adam and Eve, man and woman, right? Because it's natural, it's normal, it's the natural balance of the world. And plus, there's a lot of health issues involved with same-sex couples. And again, all you have to do is look this up. It is extremely unhealthy to be gay. And again, I'm saying this because I care about people. Okay, I mean, because the thing is that when a man puts his thing up another man's hole. It's not meant to go there. Okay, it's just not. It's not meant to go there ever. And people have gotten diseases, and cancers and all sorts of issues, um, because of their lifestyle. And again, people like to throw that, oh, it's love thing. But you know what? If you really love somebody, you'll tell them if they're doing something that's dangerous and wrong. It's kind of like this. Let's say, for an example, there's a blind man, right? And he's walking, and there's a cliff, and he's walking right towards the cliff. What are you going to do? Are you going to just watch him walk off the cliff and die? Or are you going to be the person that goes, hey, stop. There's a cliff right there. Hopefully, you're the guy that says, hey, there's a cliff. Watch out. Be careful. And you know, and you run up to him and stop him from walking off the cliff. Hopefully you're not the other guy that goes, no, just leave him alone. He's fine. He's not bothering nobody. And all of a sudden, whoop, falls right off the cliff and dies. And the thing is that is exactly what's happening to gays and lesbians, because we just allow them to destroy themselves. Because instead of actually caring and giving a shit, we just sit there and say, oh, well, they're not hurting nobody, but in reality they are hurting somebody. They're hurting themselves and they're hurting each other. It is not right. The thing is, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate if this video gets seen by people, but you know what? This is something that people need to hear. And again, if you want to know more about this stuff, so that way you're not just taking my opinion on this stuff, watch Mike Winger, right? Because Mike Winger did a couple of videos on this topic, and he shows you people who are even for gay rights and stuff, and even they say that statistics show that same-sex couples are at a higher risk of disease, cancer, and like so the thing is, if it was something that God wanted people to do, he would have made it to where it would be healthy and fine to be gay. Meaning you could do that kind of act and everything would be fine. You wouldn't get any sicknesses or diseases. And another reason why, there's so much sexual transmitted diseases is the fact that nobody is living up to what the Bible says about it. Like, for one, nobody is waiting till they get married. Everybody is just kind of boinking everybody. It's no wonder people are freaking getting, all these diseases and stuff. And it's also why the abortion rate is so high. Because again, people are having sex and they don't want kids. And again, abortion isn't exactly something healthy either, because for one, not only are you murdering somebody, but you can also be potentially killing yourself. And plus, it's connected to Baal worship, who is a demon. So, every time you know, have an abortion, guess what? You're you're literally following demon practices, a demonic ritual that involves you murdering somebody. Now, I already know this video is going to get probably a ton of dislikes if people do get it. But you know what? That's fine, because this is stuff that people need to hear. I mean, if you disagree with it, well, I mean that's I don't know what to say about that, because what I'm saying is true, and these are all things that again you can look up. I mean, it is horrible how high the abortion rate is. I mean, the thing is, people are always complaining about, you know, like everything else, but they hardly ever bring up, abortion. You know, how many innocent babies have been murdered? Nobody ever talks about that. You know. But again, like I said, I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to attack. I'm just trying to get the truth out there. And if people don't want to hear the truth, well, then I guess have fun listening to all your lies that you're always listening to. You know, um, but like I said, people need to wake up. They really do. And I also recommend people start listening to YouTube channels like Mike Winger, Alan Parr. Um, Although I think, yeah, it's usually well, if I can talk, his YouTube channel is called The Beat, and he's really good. He's pretty much like Mike Winger. I mean, they talk about a lot of different things, and also Call for an Uprising. He's another one that's pretty much on top of everything. I mean, there's always something he's talking about. Um, and I know right now his channel is under attack. YouTube is trying to get rid of him. Um, so go check out his channel before it's too late. Because, yeah. And also, there's a matter of time before my channel's taken down. Because I talk about a lot of things on this channel, or at least I try to anyway. Because this thing, my channel is a gaming channel second. Okay, like I mean, granted, yeah, I do enjoy gaming. I do love gaming. It's one of my favorite things to do. But again, it's secondary. It's not really the main focus on why I made this channel. Um, I mean, I mainly made this channel so I could try to get the truth out there, so that God can use me to hopefully get people saved, or at least enlighten people, right? Because the thing is that things are going to get a whole lot worse. I mean, if people think that the world is bad now, oh yeah, it's going to get worse. Things are going to get very, very worse. That's why it's more important now that that people accept Christ and pray, because we really, really need a revival. Um, People need to be saved. I mean, there's so many people out there that that don't believe. And the thing is, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. All right, like a lot, like one of the, like a lot of these other guys do, right? When they sit there and say, oh, there's other ways into heaven and stuff like that, but there's not. All right, and people need to stop saying that because it's not true. They are giving people false hope and false teaching. I'm sorry, but not everybody is going to heaven. I mean, I wish that was the case, but it's not. I mean, if you haven't accepted Christ into your life and you die, I'm sorry, but you're not going to heaven. Okay, like I'm not gonna sit here and lie to people and tell them, oh yeah, you're totally gonna go to heaven. No, because like that is wrong. It's lying. But unfortunately, people aren't gonna believe what I say because I'm just some idiot on the YouTube, and that nobody wants to listen to. People would rather listen to people like Poop Francis, who doesn't know anything about what he's talking about. Freaking telling people that everybody from all religions is going to heaven, and it's like, really? So does that mean Satanists are going to heaven? Because that's a religion. I mean, they're worshiping Satan. I mean, they're sacrificing people to Satan. Are they going to heaven? Of course not. But when people listen to doofuses like him, that's the kind of crap that they're gonna get, because to him everybody's going to heaven. Yeah, Muslims, Buddhists. And again, it's not true, because even the Bible says that. Jesus himself said that he is the only way into heaven. That is why if Jesus came here today, Jesus would be probably one of the most hated people in the world, because nobody would want to follow him, you know, except for us. You know, because the thing is that because the majority of the world just want to do what they want to do. They want to live the way they want to live, and and they just expect that God will just accept the way their life is, and But the thing is, God's not going to just accept how you live if it goes against what He stands for. So people that think that Jesus is going to be with them if they're having an abortion, I'm sorry, but Jesus is not going to be with you when you do that abortion because He's against it. It is murder. That's why He got so angry at Israel when they were sacrificing their babies to Baal. Because was He standing, while, because was He standing with them when they were doing that? Of course not. Just like, is He going to be with gay people when they're getting married? No, He's not. Because again, that's not what He's for. He's against gay marriage. Matter of fact, in the Old Testament, like I said before, He wiped out nations that were doing that stuff. But again, like I was saying earlier in the beginning of the video, is that our nation is for everything God is against. And unfortunately, our nation is also going to go against Israel, who are God's people. That's why I honestly believe our nation is not going to be around very much longer. We're either going to get wiped out by, by war, or God's going to have some famine or disease or something wipe out everybody. Because of all the evil that is allowed in our nation. And I really hope that people will listen and accept Him before it's too late. Because like I said earlier, once you're dead, that is it. There are no second chances. And the thing is, and there's a lot of people out there that go, well, God should just accept, accept us or give us another chance after we die. The thing is, though, is that God gives us a lot of second chances and third chances and 4 and 5 and 6. Literally every chance God gives us, every chance. But we find ways, to say no to it. That's the problem with people. And the thing is, like I said, if you reject Christ in this life, there is no accepting Christ in the afterlife. It is too late. So you have to do it now while you're alive. And I just pray that you will make the right decision. Because I don't want nobody going to hell. God doesn't want nobody going to hell. That's why God sent His Son, Jesus Christ, Yeshua Yamashiach, to die on the cross for our sins. Because He doesn't want nobody perishing in eternal hell. But God also cannot just allow wicked sinners to go unpunished. So it's either you accept Christ and you accept His payment, or you deny Christ and accept your punishment in hell. Those are the only two options you have. Accept Christ and live, or perish in hell for eternity. Like I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to tell you a bunch of lies, and tell you a bunch of BS like the poop does. But anyway, guys, like I said, I probably pissed off a lot of people, but you know what? I don't care. I really don't, because you know what? I think sometimes people need to be a little pissed off. And maybe while they're pissed off, maybe they'll actually think, or at least after they cool off. Hopefully they'll actually start to think about it. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to either get people to think about it or accept Christ into their lives. But if I can't get you to accept Christ, I just hope I'll at least get you to think about it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to stop here. Because if I go any longer, this video's going to be really long, and nobody's going to want to watch it all the way through. So, not that it matters, because my channel isn't doing very good anyway. I don't get any views. So the odds of anybody actually seeing this video are extremely slim. So, but hopefully somebody sees it and shares it. Even if it's to hate on it or to, I don't know, reach out and show people, what might happen in the near future. Because all I know is that, something is going to happen and it's going to be bad. And we need to prepare for that. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. God bless you all and your families. Stay safe, and I will see you when I see you.